Hello from my new place. Still ad hoc, but I've set up something right somewhere in the attic. Let's have a quick look at a few of the Forex pairs and let me do the analysis. Meanwhile, you can enjoy a bit of Adam's evil cat that he calls, right? First, I'd like to look at the euro dollar. I think we'll bring that thing over here, make it a bit smaller, right? Okay, so what I see on the euro dollar, and this is really, honestly, I want to trade based on what we have, the whole picture. You know, I'm going through a transformation myself. I am going through a new phase. All the patterns that I've learned are still there, and I'm now doing something different. Anyway, so I went long on the daily account using this seed here. So if you go to the hourly chart, you'll see that was this consolidation. I missed, you know, seeing this as it is, as clearly I see it now, that because it was those two, it was a waltz pattern. You see 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, then you have seed. I am sure that Jess is long on this. Don't want to change the screen at the moment, but that's where waltz pattern you would go long. But what I could have done was that, because I trade the seed method above and below, you know, the Forex seed method, I did have a pending order on this here. It did not trigger, unfortunately for us. It went up. I could have traded this. This was a good trade. As you can see, a very strong move. So it's a waltz within a waltz, right? So you have a waltz here. It breaks out, and then on the hourly it gives you another waltz, because I would have exited now here on this, or I would be keeping it for a longer term duration. That's the main idea of that seed. So I'll be keeping it and see what it does over here, and then if it goes further up towards those levels. But today there's a topic that I'm writing on, and when I'm finished I'm going to do a video on that as well. Yesterday when I went short on this, I felt completely stupid for doing that, because that was just blindly following this method, which is nothing wrong with that. You can actually blindly follow it. That's not a problem, but I'm not going to do that. I would like to have like a very stronger move down, and then I would take that, but that's not a problem. Today what we see is a range, right? So there's a range here, and then it tries to break out, and the idea of the range is to either take a limit sell over there, or if you want to wait for confirmation, then you have to trade it here. I traded it from here to these levels. So I'm out now. I think I took kind of half here, and then moved stop loss to break even. It went up and hit my stop loss. That's on the euro dollar. The euro dollar right now, we can sell this here. Let's go to the 15-minute chart or the 5-minute chart. Here we can actually look for a pullback if you want on the 10, on the 5 or the 15-minute chart. Right. Go to the pound. The pound is really stuck in this range here, and we would like it, if we use the pullback method, then obviously you want to see a channel going down like this. This is slightly up. If you look at it, it's not entirely down. The channel is kind of gradually going up, right? So, but inside it, within the down, you have the sideways market. As soon as you start recording something, these things starts coming. I don't know what is that. That is something to think about. But anyway, so you saw that it's actually a bearish flag that we're seeing. So on the hourly, this channel that you see going up is basically from these few trend candles down and then pull back. But the reason I wouldn't take this short right now, I can take it at the end of the day. But the thing is, we want to see that the market is trending. So in this occasion, again, what we see is that it's mildly trending down, but we have these levels. If you look at this level here, it has actually, you know, attacked that level and then bounced back up. So is this really a pullback? And that is the question. So if you want to find out, you can take a trade either below this or below there, or actually basically sell it right now and put your stop loss about 50 pips up there, and then you have your target point somewhere here for 140 pips, or even a 90 pips target point. So that's another kind of signal for you. I hope I'm able to share this video quickly. Dollar yen, really interesting move up, and now it's pulling back, so it's kind of come to this consolidation region now. As you can see, it bounced against those levels, went up, but could not sustain, you know, continue going up. There was a seed here. I wanted to short this, but the range of the seed was big, and now I'm thinking actually I should have done that. So if you bring that to the, let's say, hourly chart, what day was it? The 2nd of April. So the 2nd of April is this bit that comes here, and based on that, I saw this, all of that. I was really keen to short it here, but did not. And then later on, using the seed method, I actually traded this bit here, and now it's going down based on that. So on the seed account, this one is short, and I will let it run probably, you know, well, now because it's below the 20, so I'll just let it run as much as possible. Okay. Pound yen. Pound yen is in a very clear sideways market. As you can see, similar to the pound dollar, we have a strong move up, trend up, but now it's kind of pulling back. So it has an upward channel, this one as well. Let's have this. I really want to trade this on a daily chart, but I have noticed that if I have like the whole panel full of like 40 different charts, I really get confused. So now I'm trying to focus on swing trading based on the daily and the hourly charts together at the same time. I'm going to give this a very good try. So right now it's going sideways, and I would love to see a break of any of these levels. If you wanted to trade this sideways market, then you don't need that. What you would need is, once this was established here, right? So let's explore this. You see this level here, this was a new low. The price came back, created a new high, but it was a lower high. It was lower than this, so still maintaining the downtrend. If you look at this one, it's still lower than this, so still in a downtrend, but the low of this day did not break the low here, confirming that it's a range. And when this high was lower than that, and that became a range. And so when you have anything that kind of starts to contract like this, then you're in a range. And then further days tried to break it, did not break this. This day did not break that as well. So it is a range now. So easily you can put now, because it's going downwards, you can have a line here, and you can have a line here. Or instead of this, you could have, say, you know, don't have anything, you know, just have a look at it, but still, just for the sake of it, it kind of looks cool that way. So yeah, it comes here, don't see much, but I mean, this could have been shorted. It's risky, but it can go and try this. This would depend on pound though. So what's the pound doing? The pound's going sideways. We don't know what exactly it's doing. This is I will attack this in that article, in that video examples when we do it, how we can trade this. This was the question of that article, if we can actually make money from these. And yes, we can. So we have the dollar yen in a downtrend, and the pound in a sideways. So the pound yen can go sideways or down. So basically not really moving strongly. So we'll leave that as it is. We have the Swizzy here. So the Swizzy has a very strong down move, and I think it is due for a pullback up here, or is this range low? So, you know, it's probably the beginning of some range, but so far we see a widening of it. So don't know what to do with this right now. It is literally going sideways for now. I'll also look at the dollar yen, no, the dollar CAD. I set a pending order here, and then I realized, no, this is where I should have gone short. So you see a strong move down, an ABC pullback. So right at the, and you know, the 3 points, you have the first point, breaks the channel, you know, strong trending move, pull back. In this case, it was a complex pullback, ABC, finishes right near the center. It was right at the open. So I should have gone short here and stop loss above the high of this, which would have been just 7 pips. And then we would have got out with 1:5 trailing the candles if we didn't have a target. So seeing this, I thought not taking this, and that was a good idea. Otherwise, I would have just paid a rent for nothing. So if we go to, okay, let's just see the M15, what's going on there, the pound here. And then we have the Australian dollar. So that's kind of about it. I'm going to look at Australian dollar, probably have a look at Kiwi as well. But because I'm looking at the FTSE and the DAX and then the US 30 in about 20 minutes, then, you know, that kind of makes it very, very complicated. Anyway, I took this cherry here. I knew that it's late, so I just put a target there and I am out. Did I take a trade on FTSE? Yes, I have a puny trade on FTSE. I think it went up here. This is just, you know, a very small, like it's nothing. Just wanted to play with this. Not really the best. I mean, it's not that setup either, but it's a seed and it's within a channel. So I thought, you know, why not? Let's see if it just flies. But obviously it looks like it did not fly above there. The idea was based on price goes up, comes down. So to really, I mean, if I wanted to make a proper trade out of this, then the idea would have been, it would have been better had I actually gone down to the 15-minute chart for this. So for example, goes up, comes down over here. And if I was looking at the 15-minute, this was a range, right? So I could have gone long here. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, right? Now it looks like as if I've gone long at the high of the range. So that's not very good spot, but looks okay for now. I mean, come on, it's not even a trade. So we'll see if it goes up and hits the target. We'll just say, hoo-hoo. Otherwise, whatever. One of the trades I took earlier on this is the smaller account. Or so yeah, on that's what I wanted to share. This was a fantastic move today. I obviously traded on the M1. This is the London Open here. I am thinking of basically trading an account with this many charts that I have right now, so I can just go from chart to chart. And when it's focus time, like DAX Open, then I will just go to DAX and trade this. And most probably we'll trade the 5-minute pullbacks instead of the 1-minute pullbacks. I say that, but I'm unable to do it because then when it's London Open, I find myself trading this, which is fine. It's nothing, not too bad. Over here today, it went into a range, and I was short here, long here, long here, long here, then even long here, and then I kept holding on to it because my idea was that this level should hold, and it did hold. It came back to it again, and then it broke out. But when you look at it now, all I had to do was actually wait, probably go long here and pay a rent. I should have just paid 1 rent and then waited for it. Pokes out, pulls back, take an entry, take your 2R, and you're done. Similar I could have achieved on the M5, which was here. That's the London Open. That's the line. Comes back. Enter here. 10 stop loss, 20 target point, or trail this. Job done. So now we have a sideways market. We will see. I will look at it. Actually, it's breaking this. I'll see if it pokes out here. It then comes down. We will trade it, but it will depend on the US 30. And obviously, I'm not going to be trading DAX now. I'll be trading the US 30 in about 15 minutes. So that's it for today. I hope you like this. I hope you're able to watch it quickly because there are some ideas in there. Now, how do I stop it? I have no idea.